outstanding kids, welcome to another exciting ICT Unplugged activity class. I want to welcome everybody back to class because in our last class, we had lots of fun together. Now, in our last class, I remember we looked at the introduction to Code Studio, where we were able to know our secret picture and we were able to know the different areas in the Code Studio. Today, we're going to be having another exciting class, which is the Introduction to Scratch Programming. Yes, Introduction to Scratch Programming. This class promises to be exciting as always because in this class, we will learn how to program using Scratch. Now, in this class, we will be looking at the meaning of Scratch, the Scratch programming, the meaning of programs, bugs, and debug, and how we can debug a program. Don't forget to always make sure your Android tablets, your notebooks are with you so that we can roll through the class. Now, first of all, if I may ask, what do we understand by Scratch? Now, Scratch is a block-based programming language that teaches children how to code. Now, before now, children do not really know how to code. Programming and coding are just meant for the adults alone. But with the Scratch program, children learn how to code using different blocks. Putting of blocks together, attaching of blocks together makes programming fun and easy to program. Now we have some other programming languages like the Python, like the Java, but the Scratch programming is much more easier because we are just snapping and attaching blocks together. Now, some examples of this Scratch programming include the move forward block, like we know before now, the turn left block, turn right block, repeat block, conditional block. We have some other blocks. Can you mention one block for me? Yes, we have different examples of Scratch, which are the blocks that we know of. And some of these examples also include the set background color block, the turn right block, as we have said before, the move forward block, the repeat, the set color block. All these are examples of blocks that we are going to encounter when working with our Code Studio. Now, before we start snapping these blocks together, there's something we do when putting these blocks together. It is called program. Now, program is a set of instructions that is given to a computer to perform. In as much as we know that the computer knows everything and can do everything, but it cannot work unless we push it to do it. It's just like you have a car. A car can move anywhere, but if there is no driver to push the car or to pull the car will just remain in one position. Now, we need to give instructions to the computer to perform, or else the computer will just be on its own. So any set of instructions that is being given to a computer to perform is called a program, while the act of writing a program is called programming. When we write a program, it is much exciting using blocks, which is the Scratch program. The person in charge of writing a program or anyone that writes a program is called a programmer. So as we can see on the screen, we have two programmers on the screen. Now, when writing programs, there are always bound to be errors because even when you are writing with your notes in class, you know that there are always errors when writing. Yes, when even writing in your class, there are errors when writing on your notes. So bugs are errors that are used in our program when coding. It is always important to know that whenever we write a program, there must be errors, there must be mistakes, and these mistakes are called bugs. Bugs makes our program not to function properly. When there are bugs in your program, the program will not be able to run properly. Some of us may have noticed in our previous classes when designing or creating a program, when the program is not properly done or where there are bugs, it will not run. So bugs makes our program not to work properly. Now, When you find out that there are bugs in your program, which are errors, mistakes in your program, the best thing to do is to do what? To remove these errors, to remove these bugs, to remove these mistakes so that your program can work perfectly well. Now, finding and fixing errors in our program is called debugging. Debugging means to find and to fix errors in our program. It's just like you have a dog and the dog has a very big injury in the leg. In as much as one of the best thing about dog is to run, the dog will not be able to run properly. Why? Because it has a very big injury in the leg. So bugs are like injuries and they need to be debugged. Now, today we are going to learn how to debug a program. It is always very necessary to know that when fixing our bugs, we need to know the steps that it will take us to fix it. And one of these steps is that we should read the instruction provided at the instruction area of the code studio. That is the first thing we should do. Whenever we want to start debugging, the first thing we should do, there are always instructions that are written in the instruction area. So we should first of all read this instruction so that we will know how and where to start to debug from. Secondly, we should always learn to check for bugs in the program. This can be done either through the play area or the workspace area. Now, when snapping blocks together, sometimes instead of us to snap like 3 move forward block, we may just snap maybe 4 move forward block. That becomes a bug. So when you want to check or to start debugging, you may either check the play area or the workspace area to see if the algorithm that you have written is correct so that you can be able to fix the bug. And also, we should always learn to find the bugs after we have already checked the workspace area or the play area. And we should snap or remove the blocks from the workspace area to the toolbox area. It says if you find any bug, then debug. Blocks can be returned back to the toolbox area from the workspace area. This is done by dragging the blocks and sending it back to the toolbox area. I believe in class we'll be able to practicalize this better. But if you wish to do it at home, you can log in into the code studio, which is codes.org, put in your secret picture and your 6-letter section code. Now, this is where we're going to wrap up in today's class. I believe we've had lots and lots of fun together because in this class, we have learned what the meaning of Scratch is, which we said that Scratch is a block-based programming language that teaches children how to code. And also, we said that we ourselves are programmers because we give instruction to the computer to perform. And we also say that when writing a program, it is necessary to always find and check for errors because bugs are errors that are found in a program. And the best way to remove this bug is to do what? Is to debug. Until I see us in our next class, do not forget, coding is fun. Bye for now.